All right, everyone. All right. So this is a class many of you all have been waiting for. This is where I'm going to go through an entire presentation just on Zinzino. Many of you all have the product. Many of you all have the balance oil. Some of you have the other products that they make. But I'm going to deal exclusively tonight with Zinzino, its products, and go through those for you tonight. So it's going to be a very good night. Be super excited. It is going to be great. But what I do want to also remind you of is we have something great that's coming up, or that's going on right now, and I want to share that with you again just so that you all remember. It is Cyber Week. So Cyber Week is up to 50% off on all subscriptions and the health class, meaning you can get all the subscriptions right now at 50% off for this month, and the health class also at 50% off. Use use the code Cyber 2024, or if you're going for the health class, Cyber 2024-H when you check out. When you send the link, if you're already subscribed to our Patreon, then it's not going to say this at the top. But if you're not, or if you send it to someone, one of your family members, friends, or anybody like that, which you should be sending it to, because the best gift that you can give is health. Period. There is no gift that you can give better than health, right? So use the code Cyber 2024, or if they're using if they're trying to get the health class one, Cyber 2024-H. Okay? The promo ends on the 6th, which is this Friday. Don't miss this. Get everybody you know, I'm telling you, on one of those subscriptions. Any subscription above the YouTube subscription, meaning any of the subscriptions that's above the $4.99 subscription, is you can come to the class for free as well. So get your people on right now. They can get these. I mean, it's almost like giving them candy. So make sure that you get those people there. Make sure they subscribe or get the health class. Either which way, it is totally up to them. And again, they just hit the tab at the top that says 50% discount. Okay. So just wanted you all to see that. Wanted you to know that. Please make sure you share that with everybody. Go to the Patreon site, patreon.com/health class. Share that with everyone. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're about to get started, right? We're about to rock and roll. And so we're going to be dealing with the Zinzino, again, their products today. All right. So let's get right into it. Let's jump to it. No need to beat around the bush. So, Zinzino, right? This is Zinzino, right? They have their products, and I deal with them. Why do I deal with Zinzino products? The reason I deal with Zinzino products, as I told you before, everything has its place. So, the fact that you have destroyed, we were eating, in other words, when we were born, our parents forced us to eat certain things we weren't supposed to eat. Like when we said we didn't like those vegetables or we didn't want vegetables, our parents forced us to eat them. There were certain meats and stuff that we didn't want to eat. They forced us to eat them. Milk, when we were a baby, many of us were either, if you weren't breastfed, I was blessed to be breastfed, but if you weren't breastfed, you were given whole milk. And then after you were breastfed, even during my generation, you were given all types of milk, whole milk, and things that weren't designed for your body. And you broke down your system and you destroyed a lot of the essential nutrients and the essential fatty acids and so forth that your body needed. But we didn't stop there. No, we didn't. We continued on these foods all the way through adult life until something drastic happened or until you were blessed with an epiphany that made you change your life. Okay? So either which way, most people have destroyed all of the good nutrients in their body. And I don't even care if you were a vegan. I was a vegan when I had my heart attack because of the way that I was eating and the things that I was doing. And I'm going to share with you tonight something very special, and that is what's missing in the vegan diet. Okay, so this going to be a powerful presentation that I'm going to share with you all tonight. And so let's do it. So why do we use supplements? We only use supplements for a short period of time to get back the things that we removed on the path off the road. Once we revitalize those, we then are relying on the optimal livet to give us everything we need. We don't need supplements anymore. We don't need anything if we're doing exactly what we're supposed to do. However, because we don't do what we're supposed to do, we end up needing more, right? More this, more that, than less, okay? So let's get right into it. All right. So, so the next thing, so we're gonna start following this class. I'm sorry, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Excuse me, my fault. All right. So we want to feel healthy, okay? So we want to feel healthy. We want to stay fit, right? And we want to be healthy, and we want to feel good because, as I always say, it's not about feeling. It's not about feeling better. It's about feeling normal again, like you did when you were a child. This is very important. This is in major aspects of your life. So there's certain products here, and the reason that I use Zinzino is because all of their plus products. I'm going to show you what I mean when I say plus products. All of their plus products are food based, which is extremely important. Certain products that they have that are food based are the first of its kind because it's the first time that a food based product has been made to make vitamins. Most vitamins are scientific, they're synthetic based, or they're not food based. But these products are all food based. So we're dealing with nutrition making you better versus any type of synthetic supplement or scientific development making you heal you. And that's what I told you. I always deal with nutrition. Why? Because it's nutrition is where you're off. It's not your supplements where you're off. It's your nutrition where you're off. Right? Supplements didn't cause the problem. That means supplements cannot heal the problem. Okay? So I want you to get that. So we want to feel good, stay fit, and be healthy. Okay? At the same time, health related problems are increasing. And what is it? It's time to ask why. That's why you're on this call, because it's time for you to ask why. That is why you're here. Let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. This is what Hippocrates stated in 460 to 370 BC. If you understand the counting of BC, it didn't start at zero. It goes all the way back. Zero was the time when they turned BC into AD, right? So BC is before the Common Era. AC is after the Common Era. That's what it stands for. That's why you'll sometimes see BCE, right? Before the Common Era. That's what it stands for. And so the only thing about this slide is the only food on this slide. Can anyone name the food on this slide? Name the food that's on this slide if you can see the food. What on this slide is actual food for our bodies? If you can put it in the chat, put it in the chat. If you can't put it in the chat, please subscribe so that you are able to type in the chat. It is subscriber only. It's also going to give you notifications of whenever we go live. So please make sure that you subscribe, and it helps us. We're going for 1,000 subscriptions. So which ones? Good, Sinart. Tomatoes and peppers. That is the right answer. Excellent, excellent, excellent. The tomatoes and peppers are the only food on this slide. Everything else you see on this slide is a drug, right? So herbs are drugs. They don't belong in our body. Is there a time when we need them? Yes, only if we go off the path. So only when you go off the path do you need drugs or herbs, which are drugs. The only food on here is the peppers and the fruit. I want you to be very clear on that. It is super important. Even the spinach is not food for us. It is a drug. It contains oxalatic content that's going to help us, or compounds that's going to hurt us in the long run and cause what? Kidney stones. If it belonged in your body, it would not cause kidney stones. Okay, so I want you to understand that the drugs is what's going to throw us off. All right, so we don't want to use drugs. We definitely want to use food as our healer. Okay, however, there's a time when we need drugs. such as turmeric, such as cayenne pepper. Like I said, when I had my heart attack, I stopped it with what? Cayenne pepper. But am I taking cayenne pepper every day? No, I would never do that. Even though it comes from the capsicum, you could say that it's food for you, but the fact that we removed the fiber and we broke it down is not anymore. So therefore, we should be utilizing what? A full pepper. But cayenne is hot. Hot food is not good for our bodies. So therefore, that's something that we should not be using. It's a drug, and I needed a drug because I was so disrespectful to my body. I had to do something drastic to try to heal it. But that is not food for us, just like none of these are food for us. The only thing on this screen that's food for us is the peppers and the tomatoes. Good job, Senart. That was excellent. But we're going to let our food truly be our medicine, and our medicine be our food. Food, not the drugs, but rather the food is going to be our medicine. And this is a key point I wanted you to get. Now, we used to eat food from Mother Nature, right? Okay? So we did. We used to eat food that was actually for our bodies, which the majority of this stuff on here is not. But that is a true statement. We used to eat food from Mother Nature, full of vitamins, minerals, phyto and micronutrients, beta-glucans, fibers, healthy fats, and a good balance of omega-6 and omega-3. And I'm going to go in deep into this omega-6, omega-3 today because it's so important for you to really get the concept of the omega-6 and omega-3, really to understand what's going on, okay? So, man-made food was what? It said, today we eat man-made food. And what they're talking about, at least the animals that we saw on the other side or the food there was on the free range. Now you see how these are boxed in boxes, and you see that they're fried and cooked and so forth in saturated fats and so forth, okay? Low in key nutrients, high in sugar, right? And whenever they're talking about sugar, what type of sugar are they talking about? What type of sugar are they talking about when they're talking about sugar? Full of empty calories. Key word. What does empty calories mean? We're going to talk about that before we leave this slide. Okay? So low in fibers, right? It's low in fiber and with an imbalance between essential fatty acids, omega-6 and omega-3, which we can't make, so we have to get them in our diet, right? So, and I say, if you eat according to the optimal limit, you will never deplete your essentials. That's why your body doesn't make it, because you don't use it. If you're eating properly, you won't deplete it, right? Just like if I'm eating food with enzymes, the only time my enzymes have to digest something is when I'm eating something that doesn't belong in my body, because it doesn't have the enzymes in itself to break it down. So enzymes are your life force. So the only time it's taking your life force is when you are eating something that doesn't belong in the body, right? Now, if you're eating what you're supposed to eat, you're not going to have that problem, okay? So I want you to understand that. This is very important. So low in key nutrients, high in sugar, full of empty calories, low in fiber, and with an imbalance between essential fatty acids, omega-6, omega-3, which we can't make, so we have to get them in our diets. So low in key nutrients, right? High in sugar. What type of sugar are they talking about? Put it in the chat. Now, empty calories. What are empty calories? This is a key point right here. Empty calories is anything that doesn't have sugar in it. Meaning, meat is an empty calorie, right? Because your body cannot, because it's not food for us, right? If it doesn't have fiber and sugar together combined, that's empty calories. Those are empty calories. In other words, it's like you're not eating at all. Your body does not consider that food. That's why the keto diet works in the beginning. The paleo keto diet will work in the beginning, but it's going to cause issues because your body can't digest it. So it's going to destroy your colon as well as going to clog you up with cholesterol over time. But it's empty calories because there's no glucose. It can't. It is. There's nothing that can break it down into glucose. So when you're eating meat and you're eating meat only and you're eating no carbs, what happens is those are all empty calories, meaning your body's going to kick into autophagy because it didn't receive any food. Because food for us is fiber, sugar, fruit. In other words, fibered sugar. And with an imbalance between essential fatty acids, omega 6 and omega 3, which we can't make, so we have to get them in our diets. Okay? Now, you notice I didn't mention starch. Starch, though it has sugar and fiber, is not designed for our bodies. It is not empty calories. We could use it when we're starving because you might not be able to eat for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month or 2 months. So a potato has enough sugar in it to last you probably for about 2 or 3 months. One potato. That's why you can light a light bulb with potatoes because they have that much, they're that strong in sugar and all the other things that are necessary in order for you to be able to light a light bulb with potatoes. You can make a battery out of it. That's how strong it is. So that much sugar, you don't need to eat every day. You probably, if you were starving, you could eat one of those, but it doesn't belong in the body. Therefore, it's going to do what? Cause problems if you continue eating it. But if you're starving, you don't have nothing else to eat, and you ain't going to eat for about 3 or 4 weeks or a month, 2 months, 3 months, then a potato's not going to hurt you. You could eat a potato. You could eat pasta, which you wouldn't be able to do anyway, because you ain't going to be able to cook more than likely. So none of that. But you can eat a potato raw. Still, it would taste nasty, but you could survive it. Right? You do that. So these are the type of things, roots and all that. Right? Those type of foods you could do to survive. But when you're eating normally, you should never be eating those things, right? So full of empty calories, low in fibers, and with an imbalance between the essential fatty acids, omega 6 and omega 3. We're going to talk about that today strong. All right? So the history of omega 6 to omega 3 balance. When we were born, you're 1 to 1, meaning you have 1 omega 6 to 1 omega 3. This is normal. This is how we're born. So this is where I always say we should be. Scientists recommend that you be at least 3 to 1. Okay? 3 omega 6 to 1 omega 3. Should be at least that. Okay? Now, the turning point, this is when things start going the wrong direction. It's when you get to 4 to 1. All right? Now, increasing every decade in the USA, you're seeing the average person with 25 to 1. But I'm not. I'm seeing people with 50 to 1, with 119 to 1, 109 to 1 on a regular basis. These are normal. And vegans we're the worst. So I was a live vegan when I took my test. I was 54 to 1. Why? Because we do not get EPA and DHA omega 3s, right? In the average liver. And I don't care, you could take flaxseed, you can do all of that. The best I have seen with somebody that is a vegan that is taking flaxseed 3 teaspoons a day, every single day, period. For like the last 10, 15 years, they were taking that. Their numbers were 17 to 1. Why? Because they had never come all the way back down to 1 to 1. You have to get back into balance. And this is the only time that I tell people to take a supplement. The only reason you're going to take supplements, and I'm going to talk about it tonight, is because the only time is to get back to where you were when you were born. Once you get there, you should never have to take a supplement again because you're now eating according to your limit, to the optimal limit for your body. And when you do that, you will stay in this balance. You're going to stay in this balance. right? It was what you ate that pushed you up to 25 to 1 and 54 to 1 and so forth. That is the problem. Now, 40 to 1 plus, and I've told you, like I said, I've seen up to 119 to 1. So, let's continue. What are the consequences of an omega 6 to omega 3 imbalance? So, I'm going to break down to you what an omega 6 and omega 3 imbalance really means, okay? So, let's talk about this, okay? Real quick. We're going to use the two hand theory, okay? Let's say this is the omega 6s and these are the omega 3s. The omega 6s is your inflammation, meaning if I cut myself, the white blood cells are going to come and they're going to attack this situation and they're going to heal it, right? Your body's going to automatically heal it. If I get sick, my immune system is going to kick in. This is the omega 6. However, the omega 3s, which are essential fatty acid, also meaning you can't get it naturally. It doesn't get produced in your body. If you deplete your essentials, you have to get them through what you're eating or through a supplement. Okay? When you have this omega 3, what it does, if they're in the right situation, they tell the white blood cells, chill out. Your job is done. This is what they're going to tell the white blood cells. However, if you have too many omega 6s and you don't have enough omega 3s, DPA and DHA and EPA, right? The ALAs work once you rebuild your DPA, DHA. Okay? But if you never rebuild your EPA, DHA, ALA, I don't care how much ALA you get, it's not going to stop these omega 6s. And as vegans, we eat a lot of omega 6. That's why our immune system is so high. That's why we don't get a cold. That's why we don't catch COVID. We don't get sick. Because our omega 6s are so high. But we forgot about the omega 3s. And so we have to come back into balance with the omega 3s to get back to our 1-to-1. Or 3-to-1, and most meat eaters need to too, because they're high. They be up in 25s and so forth also. Right? They're off balance. So I just want you to be clear. Everybody, 99% in the United States fail our test. I haven't given not one person a test yet that they've passed. Period. Not one. So I want you to get that. So the omega 6 and omega 3s. Okay? The omega 3s are key to stop the omega 6 once their job is finished. However, if you don't have enough omega 3s, right? Stop the omega 6 once their job is finished, right? So if you don't have enough omega 3s, then what happens is your body's going to say, if you don't have enough omega 3s, then your body's going to say, the omega 6s are going to look at your good blood cells and say, oh, there's no omega 3 in those blood cells. And it's going to attack them. This is where autoimmune disease comes from. So the inflammatory diseases is because you start having too much omega 6. That's why what happens with most vegans, you get brain fog, Alzheimer's, dementia. You get heart attack, strokes. You get prostate issues, right? And that's from more so the soy, but that's still omega 6. You're going to get prostate issues, and and a lot of times we're going to get it was something else, heart issues, right? I said already, heart attack and stroke. Why? Because omega 3s deal with your heart and your brain health, right? Your joint health, okay? And it deals with those things. All right, and all your organs, really. So this is why you be like, that person looked good. Why did they die? Because you can't see it. Your omega 6 and omega 3, because your omega 6 and omega 3 imbalance is off. And this is a deep killer right here. So this is why it's so important for us to get back. This is why I said it's not about feeling. It's not about feeling. It's not about feeling better. It's about feeling normal again, like you did when you were what? Born. Okay? So I want you to get this. So yeah, it's like how you felt when you were born. Okay? This is key right here. Now, let's continue moving. So, the omega 6, when you have too much omega 6 and not enough omega 3, you have what? Reduced brain function. Oh, yeah, and let me finish this last point. I'm sorry, I didn't finish this last point. So, when you don't have enough omega 3s, and you don't have enough and you have too much omega 6s, they start looking at the red blood cells. They attack the red blood cells. This is where autoimmune diseases come from: lupus, muscular dystrophy, you name them. All the autoimmune diseases come from that fact, right? So now your body starts attacking itself. So you're going to have reduced brain function, right? You're going to have hair quality decreases, reduced heart function, skin loses elasticity, reduced organ function, and joint and muscle pain, right? This heals, this is like every disease is based in this. There's no way around this, okay? Now, let's move to the next slide. This is how it affects to the cells in our bodies. Brain function, hair quality, heart function, skin elasticity, inner organs, and joints and muscles. So watch this. I want you to get this. This is a blood cell, okay? These are the cells moving throughout the blood, okay, called a blood cell. When your omega 6 and omega 3s are off, nutrients get in slowly. Remember when I always talk about the small intestine and how you absorb? Your blood cells absorb like that also. However, when you don't have enough omega 3s, nutrients can't get into the blood cell. This is very important to get. This is a key point right here. So your blood cells are starving, right? And it can't get rid of waste. So your blood cells are filled with feces. So now your blood cells become diseased because nothing can get in and nothing can get out. It has a rigid membrane. The outside portion becomes rigid. Okay? Now, to achieve healthy membranes, we need a 3-to-1 balance between omega 6 and omega 3 or less. Right? We want to get back to 1-to-1. Okay? Now, when it's a normal functioning membrane, or blood cell, when it's normal, nutrients get in easily and waste comes out easily. Now it's flowing. Okay? This is super important right here. This is super important. Nutrients get in easily, waste comes out easily. This is what you want. So the balance oil that I'm going to talk about, and that many of you are on, but the balance oil is the key to this right here. Okay? When you do that, your cells are going to come back into their normal state. This is what's going to make you feel normal again. All right? Now, are you where you want to be, or are you in the danger zone? Okay? Now, this is what I meant. See how they have the iceberg, and the reason they have the iceberg is exactly the reason why. Because what you're seeing on the surface, what you see, is a little bit of what's going on in your body. But there's an underlying problem that's sitting there that you're not aware of, and this is the omega 6 to omega 3 imbalance. Okay? Low levels of omega 3, inadequate polyphenols in your diet, and low levels of vitamin D3. This is the danger zone. All right. Now, if you're living in an environment where you belong, right, then I say you don't need vitamin D3. Why? Because you're going to get it from the sun. So if you're getting vitamin D3 from the sun, you don't need it. But if you're in Chicago, like I am right now, right, which I usually leave for the winter, right, so I can always be in the sun, but I'm not going to be able to this year. Then you need a vitamin D3 supplement. And this company offers 3 vitamin D3 supplements activated by 3 different ingredients. So the regular vitamin D they have is activated, I believe it's by it's by vitamin K, right? The inside of what we're going to learn about, which is called the Extend, right? It is activated by magnesium. And the vitamin D in the balance oil is activated by the polyphenol. So you have 3 different types of activation of 3 different types, which makes the vitamin D do 3 different things in your body. So to make sure you have the maximum amount, you want to get all 3 at first. You don't have to do them forever. Just if you're in a place where there's winter months, you need to make sure you have vitamin D. Why? Because the doctors, if you watch my cancer video, I deal with this. The doctors are finding that the levels of vitamin D and the proximity of cancer, or the level of cancer that you have, is commiserate. Meaning vitamin D is one of the keys to stopping cancer. So you want to make sure your vitamin D levels are always correct. So because we're not living in our natural environment, we're depleting our vitamin D3 because we're not able to be in the sun like we normally would if we were living where we belonged, which was in the tropics. I don't care what nationality you are, you're naturally from the tropics. That's where we belong. So whenever we're outside of that, then there's a supplement that we have to take that we can't get from the sun called vitamin D during those months. Right? So we want to be in a tropical area so we never have to take it. And there's so much more that we get. There's so much energy that you get and everything when you're in the sun year round. Right? And you can feel the difference. You will feel it. Okay? So, right? So, yeah. So we want to move forward now. I'm sorry about that. So what would you like to take a test to find your results? So we have 3 tests. This company has 3 tests. The balance test, the vitamin D test, and the HbA1c test. So the balance test is such a powerful test. It's like a 50 to 100 page report. It's going to tell you everything going on in your body. It's going to tell you your blood type. It's going to tell you it's not your blood type. I'm sorry. It's going to tell you your brain health, literally your brain health. It's going to tell you your brain health. It's going to tell you your organ health. It's going to tell you your eye health, your heart health. All of those things is going to come back to tell you where you're at, and it's going to tell you your omega-6, omega-3 balance and where it lies. Okay? This is important to get. Why? Because now you're going to know where your problem lives. Okay? And the balance oil, everything in that document, the balance oil is going to balance you back out as long as you begin to start moving towards your optimal living. Okay? If you want to take the balance oil for the rest of your life, you could actually continue doing what you're doing, but it's going to kill you in the long run. But it only takes 4 months. You take the balance oil for 4 months because your blood, right? You're taking it for 4 months because your blood regenerates every 4 months. Okay. Now the HbA1c test, that is for your blood sugar. So if you haven't had one, I advise you to get an HbA1c test through us, okay? Through the Zinzino. So HbA1c test, you want to do that. Now, the vitamin D3 test, Okay, the vitamin D test is going to tell you what your levels of vitamin D are. I advise you to take one of those, right? To know where you are. It's always good to know where you are in your life, okay? Now, the tests are analyzed by the independent laboratory partner, Vitas, okay? They're independent. Your test is anonymous. Therefore, there's going to be a number that you have to keep in order for you to be able to get the results of your test. If you do not keep that number, you will never be able to get that test. You're going to have to buy another test. So, literally, make sure you keep that number that comes with the test. Okay? They're official partner of Harvard, University of Cambridge, King's College London, Max Planck Institute of Berlin, University of Oxford, Massachusetts General Hospital, University of Oslo, Tufts University, Lund University, Zoe, and so forth. So this right here, letting you know that these are these companies. I mean, these colleges use this company. That's how powerful they are. All right, and they're a third party. So Zinzino is not dealing with the test. It goes to a third party to make sure that they're not tampering with or anything like that. Now, we've tested over more than 1.5 million test results to show a world out of balance, okay? So 99% of people in America fail the test. 95% in Europe, 98% in the Middle East, 97% on the global average. South America has 97%, Africa 99%, and Asia 98%. So I want you to understand, I don't care where people are in the world. Right now, everybody fails this test. We come out of balance with nature. Okay? And this is a serious reality right here, okay? A super serious reality. Now, to find out your personal results, you're going to go to zinzinotest.com and you're going to get all the information about yourself. And it's personalized recommendations, tailored solutions, and proof in writing that it works. Because at the end of taking this for 4 months, when your blood revitalizes, what's going to happen is they're going to give you a free test so that we can prove that the supplement worked. It's the only supplement on the planet that proves that it works. Okay? Now, find out your personal test results and test your progress, right? Now, we can bring you back in 120 days, as I said. Once you do, what's going to happen? You're going to have normal brain function, get rid of that brain fog, good hair quality, heart function, skin elasticity, inner organs work, and joints and muscles work again. Now, I'm going to share with you two things. I'm going to share with you what I've seen, and then I'm going to share with you what happened to me when I took it. So, number one was what I've seen. I've seen it get rid of diabetes, reverse diabetes, high blood pressure, allow the person's body to heal diabetes, high blood pressure, lupus, muscular dystrophy, get rid of sickle cell crisis. I can't say that it got rid of the sickle cells, but it got rid of the crisis, them being in pain and all of that, right? It did all that. Now, the other thing that it did, which is extremely powerful, is that, for me, is that it got rid of my brain fog. It got rid of my what do you call that? Sciatica, right? And my joints. I can jump off a wall now. It doesn't bother me at all. This is what you take after you take it 4 months, right? It's going to work. It's going to work very well. It works extremely well. But you have to take it every day, just like they tell you to take it for 4 months every single day. You cannot miss, or it's not going to work. All right? So I need you to get that. Now, the Scientific Advisory Board, these guys are great because they're pharmaco-nutritional products and test method that removes the guesswork from a healthier way of living. They've developed that. Dr. Paul Clayton, I love this guy right here, man. I talk to him because he understands nutrition so well. This guy writes in PubMed, but he quit the medical industry in the sense of synthetics because he found out everything that they were doing wrong. So everything that he makes cannot have synthetics in it. It has to be food based, right? That's the power of this. Ola Ide, I'm not familiar with him. I didn't meet him, but he's the founder of industry leader of Bioactive Foods AS. He has held a number of leadership positions, such as chairman of the board of the Norwegian and Nordic Food Research Program. If you understand Nordic food, they have top-notch food. You can have no GMOs, or you can have no inorganic, right, food in Norway. And our product is developed in Norway, right? So there can be no GMOs. It cannot have any inorganic product in it. All right. This is top notch. This is the best. My business partner flew over before we got involved in this. He flew to Norway to check the whole company out. So I want you to understand, this ain't a light. We didn't take this endeavor on lightly. This was a serious endeavor that we studied before we dealt with it. Now, Dr. Angela M. Rizzo. Dr. Rizzo is an expert in the biochemistry of lipids, meaning what? Fats. Okay? Lipids are fats. She is a professor of biochemistry at the University of Milan. Her articles have been published on numerous professional journals. I want you to understand that. I've talked to this doctor too, Dr. Antaraj Abraham. Okay, Anantaraj Abraham, Dr. Abraham. Dr. Abraham has more than 40 years of experience in the health and nutrition industry. He's in India, right? This guy's in India, so he understands Ayurvedic medicine very well, and he's a part of the team. He is a medical doctor with experience in both state-run hospitals and various medical disciplines. Dr. Natalie Cather. Natalie Cather, MD, received her medical degree from the University of Utah School of Medicine. She is board certified in family medicine as well as anti-aging, with specializing in women's health, hormone balancing, and hormone performance. Stephen Chernisky, MS, is a biochemist and former university instructor in clinical nutrition. He served on the faculty of the American College of Sports Medicine, advised members of the U.S. Olympic team. So these are the people that either are making it or advising how is it to be made. And like I said, two of these doctors I've spoken with personally, and both of them I've spoken with several times. So I want you to understand, these guys, they do not touch medicine anymore because they truly understand how sick and degrading medicine is. So this product they're making or has been made is the exact opposite of the medical industry. That's why I deal with this, right? So these are food-based products. So our balance oil is not a fish oil. It is so much more. In fact, it's all about the polyphenols. This is the game changer in the omega-3 industry. So they have a fish oil version. We're going to talk about that first, okay? Now, what is the difference? Because of the polyphenols, it's not like the difference between regular fish oil and this fish oil with the polyphenol is that it's not like you're eating fish oil, right? It's like you're eating oily fish. Because with the polyphenols, it's like you're literally eating the fish if you're eating the fish version. I do the vegan version. But if you're doing that, right? So it's like you're literally eating fish versus eating fish oil. And this is the mistake that the rest of the other companies have made in their development of the omega-3s. This is why I call this the Bentley of omega-3s. Right? What you're going to see in a minute. So 60% pure high-grade fish oil for small, sustainable, wild-caught fish, right, in Norway, right? So it is non-organic. They're wild caught fish. They're not like in a farm or something like that. 40% pre-harvest premium extra virgin olive oil. Their olive oil is so good that a bottle of olive oil from them is $99. That's how that's the level of quality of the olive oil. And you can buy the olive oil too. So if you need olive oil, you cook with it, or if you drink it, or you do use olive oil, get theirs. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best on the market, to be honest with you. Packed with antioxidants that keep the fish oil fresh and potent. Okay? Meaning keeping the oil from oxidation. Right? Oxidation is a killer. That's why we want what? Antioxidants. You hear that all the time. So if the oil is not, if it's not packed right, with the proper antioxidants, now it's going to go rancid. So you're eating oxidated omega 3s, oxidated fish oil, oxidated, right? Increase absorption in the body, which is what you want more than anything. Stay fresh and potent in your cells. Protect the body from oxidative stress. Okay? So the oil stability index. You see, krill oils only stays in the body 5 hours. Concentrated omega 3, 9 hours. Cod liver oil, 15 hours. But our balanced oil stays in your body for 35 hours. This is why it brings you back down to 3-to-1 or 1-to-1. These won't. I've never seen a person that's taken threes, right? That's taken omega 3s off the shelf that have had their when we test them, their omega 3s are 3-to-1 or even 1 or even 3-to-1, but or 1-to-1 or 2-to-1. I've seen balanced oil take people all the way down to 2-to-1. I haven't seen a 1-to-1 yet, but I have seen 2-to-1 several times. All right. So the stuff works. Now, balanced oil, notice this plus sign. The only products I deal with them, in which the majority of their products are, the only products I deal with are the ones that have this plus sign on it. Why? Because it's food based. It is not, there's no synthetic anything in it. It's purely food based. Remember, I deal in nutrition. So I do my best to get you that which is food grade, because that's the way you get your nutrition. So the balanced oil, right, has the polyphenols to prevent oxidation, omega 3, EPA, DHA, and DPA. These are the ones that the vegans, as vegans, were missing. All right. And you can get it in the vegan version also. It's going to have the EPA and DHA in it. All right. From wild fish. Vitamin D3, which we need. I just talked about that. Naturally sourced ingredients. Vitamin E, tocopherols. Okay. Dosage by weight and age is how much you take. Okay. Now, that's super powerful. Now they have a premium. Now I told you this version, I've seen it reverse 4th stage cancer. But this is the premium version. If you want fast results, if you want to see results like you ain't never seen, this is 4 times as strong as this version. It's times 4. This is the fish version though. All right. This is still fish oil, but it's 4 times as strong. High content of polyphenols from the Revo olive oil, which you can buy the Revo olive oil. Like I said, it's $99 for a bottle. That's how good it is. That's real olive oil. The stuff you be buying on the shelves is not real olive oil. This is real olive oil. This is when you see the one doctor that be on there talking about polyphenols, you need to add it. You can add some olive oil. This is the type of olive oil he's talking about. He ain't talking about no regular olive oil you go buy in the store. He's talking about this stuff right here. Right? This is real olive oil, which is in the product. Omega 3, EPA, DHA, and DPA, right? Again, you're getting the omega 3s that you need to make sure that your blood, it's in your blood, you have enough. The vitamin D3, okay? And I always say, get to people that have any problem. If you have an issue for real, I always say get the premium or the vegan, which is even more. Right? Those work. really well, right? If you have a problem immediately. If you don't have any problems, this is good. But like I said, I'm sorry, this is good. But like I said, I've seen this one heal what? Fourth stage cancer. But this is 4 times as strong. 4 times. So just imagine. If that heals fourth stage cancer, just imagine how powerful this is. All right. So now that's the premium. Now the essential plus premium. This here is where you can have the premium in tablets instead of the liquid. Okay. If you want to. A lot of people will get these for traveling. Like they might throw it away if you bring this, or you don't want oil to spill or something like that. A lot of people use these for travel. Extremely high content of the polyphenols from the Revo, which is the olive oil, polyphenols from olive fruit extract and cocoa powder to further prevent oxidation, omega-3 EPA and DHA, vitamin D3, naturally sourced ingredients, vitamin E, and dosage by weight. Again, this is still fish, just to let you know. Now, the next one is the Balance Oil Aqua X. This is a water-soluble formula. It has the polyphenols to prevent oxidation. This will be considered at the same level as this one, as the first one. Okay? So that will be considered at the same level. This is the essential premium, okay? And it is a powerful piece as well. So it's got the vitamin D3, naturally sourced ingredients, vitamin E, and again, dosage by weight. Balance Oil Aqua Plus, I'm sorry. This has the polyphenols to prevent oxidation, omega-3 EPA, DHA, and DPA, vitamin D3, naturally sourced ingredients, vitamin E, and dosage by weight. But the formula is water soluble versus oil based, which is powerful. If you get the regular version, this is a good version to get right here. Now, this is the one I take, the Balance Oil Vegan. The polyphenols are olive, and it's strong. It's strong like the other one. Omega-3 EPA, DHA, and SDA. Okay? From algae. Why is this important? Because this is where algae is where what? The fish get theirs. Algae is where the fish get theirs. I want you to get that. All right. So this is why we want to do this, because the algae is the source. And once you get balanced, then you want to make sure that you're doing what? Nori. Nori is a red seaweed, excuse me. And you want raw nori, and it'll keep you in this balance. Vegan vitamin D3. Okay? No oxidation, vitamin E, and dosage by weight. Okay? Vegan. Now, this is a super important point right here that I want y'all to get. It is GMP certified, friend of the sea certified, right? Means not killing nothing. Informed sport, right? Informed sports. What does this mean right here? This means that LeBron James can look, if he sees this symbol, LeBron James or any athlete on the planet, professional athlete, can take this without having to go to their doctor, without having to go to their coach, without having to go to anybody. If they see this right here, they can take this product. If it's good enough for them, I can promise you it's good enough for you. I can promise you that. It's vegan, right? If it's a vegan version. If not, it's not. All of them are halal. They're kosher too, but they don't have the kosher symbol on here, right? But they are kosher, but they don't have the symbol. They're DMV GL certified, naturally sourced ingredients. They're soy free, sugar free, outstanding. And when they say sugar, of course, what are we talking about? We're talking about sugar with no what do you call that? With no fiber. Then we have gluten free, extremely important, non-GMO, and keto friendly. So it's all of that. This is an extremely powerful product. Now, there are health benefits at every stage of life. In the 6 month period, brain health, immune, and growth was going to help, right? At 20 years, it's going to help with brain health, immune, reproduction, skin, hair, and nails. At 50 years, it's going to be brain health, immune, and heart health. And then at 100 years old, brain health, immune, heart, joint, healthy metabolic aging, and bones. So this is extremely powerful right here, okay? This is a win-win-win. Now, these 15 health claims are approved by the EFSA. This is like the in the eastern, I mean not the eastern, excuse me. In the European countries, this is like the FDA for them. But it's much more stringent. Why? Because they don't allow any food from America over there. You can't sell American food to these countries, to the European nation at all. And that's their brothers. So I want you to understand that's how bad the food in America is. So these are more stringent rules, and these claims are approved by EFSA. Supports optimal and healthy immune function, helps maintain optimal and healthy brain function, helps maintain optimal and healthy heart function. And I forgot to tell you, they were on CNN talking about omega 3s, talking about that they reverse Alzheimer's and dementia also. Helps maintain optimal and healthy brain function, helps maintain optimal and healthy heart function, helps adjust your omega 6 omega 3 ratio to optimal ratio, right? 3 to 1 or 1 to 1. Helps increase the omega 3 essential fatty acids in your body, helps maintain and balance cholesterol levels that are already in normal range, helps maintain optimal and healthy eye function, helps maintain optimal and healthy circulation, supports optimal and healthy muscle function, provides nutrients vital to optimal cell function, provides nutrients vital to healthy teeth and bone structure, supports healthy hair and nails, promotes skin health and elasticity, protects your cells from oxidative stress and free radicals. Polyphenols are a strong antioxidant with numerous beneficial effects. And all we're talking, we ain't even talking about the other products yet. All we are talking about right now is the balance oil. So everything that I've said so far, minus the vitamin, even the vitamin D3, is balance oil. Everything I've talked about. That's how powerful the balance oil is. Okay? By itself. 95% of those taking Zinzino Balance supplements are back in balance after 120 days. Meaning the product works. That's why we can prove that it works. As long as you take it, we will prove that it actually works. Now, reaching a balance between omega 6 and omega 3 is the first step to feel good, stay fit, and be healthy. Now, let's take a look at our other products. So, that's step one. Okay? That's very important. Now, we're going to look at some other stuff. Xenobiotic Plus. Notice the plus sign. What does that mean? That means it's all natural food ingredient. Restore your gut health. Dietary fiber blend. Gut health and healthy bowel function. Now, I took this, right? However, I had already healed my gut by the time I did this. So by the time I took this, I had already healed my gut. I already got rid of my leaky gut and all that. As a matter of fact, I had just got rid of it. So I didn't have, the effects. Not that it didn't work. I'm not saying that. I just didn't have those effects because I had already healed it and I was healing it with fruit, which is the food for our gut. However, if you are overweight, if you're obese or anything like that, and you take this, it's going to work very well for you. It's going to make you go to the bathroom. It's going to clean you out. It's not going to be as rough as the Super Colon Cleanse, which I will put you on, but it works very well. Okay? Now, and this is a probiotic. It's very important to understand the difference between a prebiotic and a probiotic. A prebiotic, when you put a prebiotic in your body, okay, what happens is that the other you already have a gut microbiome that's negative. Usually most people do, unless you've healed it. So if you have a negative gut situation, then what's going to happen is when you put a prebiotic in it, they're going to come and attack it and shut it down. With a probiotic, what's going to happen is it's like gremlins. You know, if you put gremlins in water, how they would just be everywhere. It's the same effect with this. As soon as that is water in your body, that mug it's going to expand. It's going everywhere, and so it overtakes the negative uh, bacteria in the gut quickly. All right, it's like bringing in the Marines. Feel what I'm saying? So this is why this works so well. All right, just so you know, it's a probiotic and it's very good. Now the Extend, this is the only of its kind. Like I said, this is the Extend, but okay, but the Extend Plus, they have an Extend Plus. It's the only of its kind. I take Extend Plus, and that's the only thing that I recommend for you all to take. Is the Extend Plus. It's a multi-immune dietary supplement. The reason I use this, the reason I have my clients take it, is because you have trace minerals. And I promise you, you've depleted your trace minerals. And most of your trace minerals are essential, meaning you cannot get them except through diet. So I have people take this because I want all your trace minerals to come back to fullness. These are so important. Your trace minerals are super important, like selenium, right? Manganese, all those are super important. So to get those and make sure that you have them, I have a person take these for 1, 2, or 3 months to rebuild those trace minerals. You could take it as long as you want because it's a food, but I have you take it for 2 to 3 months, right? And you want the plus version. So the Zinzino Health Protocol is 3 products that make the difference tailored for your personal supplemental needs. The Balance Oil, the Zinzino Biotech, and the Zinzino Biotic. I'm sorry. Xenobiotic and the Extend Plus, which they have now as the Plus. The balance adjusts your body's omega levels and supports normal health and brain function. Restore helps your gut stay healthy and contributes to balanced cholesterol levels, right? So this will balance your cholesterol levels. Improve and support improves your energy and supports your innate immune system. These 3 together, this is what I took. When I took the product, I took these 3. Exactly what I took. Right? So it works very well. I love Extend. Now, this is the premium health protocol. And this is the Viva Plus. Now, some people, Viva Plus gives them energy. Some people, it makes them relax and puts them to sleep. For me, it puts me to sleep. Okay? I want you to understand. It puts me straight to sleep. So I can only take this at night when I was taking the Viva, but it works great. But the only thing is, it's so relaxing that the next morning I don't want to get up. So I only take it when I don't have to get up, like on the Shabbat day or something like that. It's gonna knock you all the way out. You're gonna be knocked out if it makes you tired. If not, it's gonna give you energy. It'll do the exact opposite. But the beautiful thing about it is, this has saffron in it, which is the happy herb. Okay. Now, people with PTSD swear by this, or usually any anxiety, mental issues, or anything like that. The Viva Plus, they love it. They love this stuff, right? So it adjusts your body's omega levels and supports normal heart and brain function, helps your gut stay healthy. We dealt with that already. But the Viva is an all-natural nootropic dietary supplement. And so this thing right here for mental health is outstanding. If you have anybody that has mental health issues or anything like that, Viva Plus is outstanding. All right. Now, stress and sound sleep. Live happy, have a good night's sleep, and a smile for the mind. So if you can't sleep at night, Viva Plus. This stuff, like I said, it will knock you straight out. I'll be in sleep, I will be gone. So I take it right before I'm about to go to sleep when I take it. All right. And it's really good for you. And it makes you happy too. That's the other thing. So again, we talked about the balance test, the vitamin D test, the HB1C test, balance oil plus, balance plus oil vegan, balance oil plus aqua X, balance oil plus premium, essential premium. Now the Revo is not a plus, but it don't need to be. It's an olive oil, which is never food for your body. So they can't put a plus on that because oil is not a food for your body. It never should be in your body, really. But to get back in balance, we use it. It's a good carrier to move stuff around, but we should never put it in our body. Extend Plus, this is what I deal with. Protect. Protect is powerful. Protect is Extend on steroids. Protect plus the premium, I've seen it reverse lupus. They did the Zinzino Biotic, the Viva, the Protect Plus, and the Balance Oil, I believe. I don't know if they did the Zeno Shine, but I know they did those. This Protect and plus the Balance Oil is a miracle. The Protect plus the Balance Oil, I've seen it do miraculous things. People love the Protect and that Viva, right? Then you have the Zeno Shine Plus, which is the vitamin D3 as well, which we talked about. But this is the one, I believe this is the one that's activated by K. In the Extend Plus, I know that the vitamin D is activated by magnesium, I believe. Now, this is my favorite product right here, Xenogene. Xenogene is outstanding. This is this is what broke the camel's back right here. Really, it healed the camel's back. Let me not say broke it. It healed the camel's back. This. Why? Because this product removes the senescent cells, and then it re-stimulates your stem cells, which stem cells can become any cell. So while it's removing the old cells that should be dead and gone, this is where type 2 diabetes comes in. It removes all the cells that should be gone. However, it's going to refill them with brand new cells. This means you just rebuilt a brand new body. So I think this is $55 if you do it on subscription. For $55, you can rebuild your entire body. And these I advise you to do once per quarter. So in my package called the Dawies package, I usually do I have a Xenogene in there, Extend Plus, the vegan balance oil, and the Viva. In my cancer package, I have the Xenoshine, the balance oils, any of them. You can pick any one you want. Balance oils. I usually have the vegan though, and the Extend. Those are 3 forms of vitamin D. Okay. Right. Now this Protect, I haven't used it like I should as far as with people. And I've never tried it, but I am going to try it. Because people swear by this Protect. This Protect plus the balance oils, any of the balance oils, like I said, I've seen it reverse lupus. I've seen it reverse muscular dystrophy. I've seen it reverse, it was something else. It was another one. I've seen it reverse the sickle cell crisis. So that Protect is like a explosion on top of the other stuff. Then you got the Xenobiotic, okay? Xenobiotic is great as well for your gut health. I don't do the other ones. You see, they're not pluses. I don't really do them, but that serum, what it does for the skin is ridiculous. It's a skin serum, and what it does is ridiculous. And again, like it's not all food based, but it is all natural. It's gonna be natural. I'm a stickler for the pluses, right? So that's what I promote. All right. So the Balance Oil Plus with test. I don't know if these are the right prices right now, so I'm not going. That could be true. It might not. be, but it's going to be around this price. So this is 2 balance oils, 2 tests, and 2, right, for $169. Then they have another one with the 2 tests, the probiotic, right, with the Viva, and the extend is $135 monthly, $197 up front. All right. So love it and share it. You can get free products. Subscribe to your favorite Zinzino product and share your experience. Find 4 friends who want to be subscribing customers with the Premier Kit. Get your own monthly Premier subscription for free. All you pay is shipping. So in other words, instead of paying $42 a month for your bottles, you'll be paying $16 a month, right? So that's a good deal, okay? So just letting you know, it's going to save you a lot of money, all right? So as a Premier customer, you save money on your monthly order, significant discount on all Zinzino products, receive a money-back guarantee, and opportunity to qualify for Zinzino for free, right? All that's in your back office if you've already got the product. Now you can ask me about it. Inspire a change in life. So that is the presentation for this evening. Do we have any questions on the floor? I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident. Oh, 1 second. I'm going to show you all something that I want you to see here. Let me see. So if you want information on any of the products, just hover over this. And you can hover over that and get the product itself if you want to do that as well. QR code there, you should be able to see it, and it will definitely take you there. All right. So do we have any questions on the floor at this time? Any questions whatsoever? Please type them in the chat. If you have questions, if you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. You're going to get notified anytime we go live, as well as it's going to allow you to get it's going to allow you to be able to chat. Okay, good. Yep, it knocks me out. Viva Plus. And I don't want to get up. Exactly. Because it's going to make you feel good. You're going to feel good. Like, you're going to sleep like you ain't never slept. Like, I sleep hard when I do the Viva Plus. You're going to sleep. And on the weekdays, I can't do that because I got to get up in the morning. I'm on my 3rd bottle of Balance Oil, and I'm seeing significant changes. Outstanding, Sinart. I'm so glad to hear that. So glad to hear that. Good. Yep. That is great. So you got 1 more to go, and then you get that free test, and you'll be rocking, okay? I want to see your new numbers and see what it says. But yeah, if you're doing it like you're supposed to, like you're supposed to be doing your meditation every day, then you will definitely see the results. All right, great. Any questions before we close out from anyone? If you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. It helps the channel, it helps you, and it notifies you when you get the what you call it. Good, you're doing it like you're supposed to. Excellent. That's very good. Very good. That's why you're going to see benefits. You only see benefits when you follow instruction. That's in everything in life. That's one of the greatest lessons I did learn, is that follow instruction. Instruction is the key, right? Working on the meditations. Good, good, good. That's good. You get it. You're doing good. Y'all doing great, to be honest with you. All right. Are there any questions? Any other questions or any questions? Yep, you're going to wake up happy. Yep, with Viva. Viva is very good. Any questions? All right, if there's no questions, I appreciate everyone for being here. Right, I want to say again to everyone, make sure you get your people on the on our Patreon, patreon.com/health class. Share it with everybody that you know. That way they're able to take advantage of the discount. Because at least if they can't say you didn't share it with them, why didn't you tell me that? Why didn't you tell me? At least they'll know. So whether they want it or not, you can share it with them, get it out to everybody. So that way they can have an opportunity to take care of the discount, okay? So with that, I appreciate everybody's time. See you all at the top of your health journey. Peace.
And more videos like these, you can join us at patreon.com/health class. Again, that's patreon.com/health class. And join one of our paid tiers. Any of them will do. And you join one of those tiers, you can watch the rest of these videos, as well as all the other videos that I produced, including my former health classes, which is 4 to 8 hours of information that can help you on your health journey to the top. All right. So I look forward to sharing that adventure with you. I look forward to seeing you at the top of your health journey. Peace.